We're now joined by Missouri head coach Robin Pinchton, along with student athletes Morgan Stock and Sophie Cunningham. Coach, would you like to offer your opening thoughts on today's game against Auburn?
We'll give Auburn credit. It's a real good team. I was concerned about just the quick turnaround and playing them from a couple weeks ago and making sure our players' mentality was right. And I really thought it was going into the game. I thought defensively we did a good job. We did what we needed to do. They hit some tough shots coming out of the gates, but overall you feel like you hold a team to 47 points. You should have a great shot at being successful. Offensively, we didn't get the ball inside nearly enough. I felt like we hit some shots early on the perimeter and started to become a little bit of a donut and didn't punch it inside the way we needed to. And it's a combination. We've got to look for our bigs a little bit more, and our bigs got to demand the ball. So it's on both. But offensively, we struggled. But there's 20 possessions out there that are empty possessions. You're not going to win ball games. It's been our Achilles heel all year long. We left 20 possessions out there, and you lose by 2 points. And so we got to find. We got some work to do, going into postseason and certainly going into next season. That seems to be our Achilles heel all year long is not taking care of the ball.
All right, we'll take questions for Coach or student athletes. We'll start here in the front.
Morgan, last few minutes, super contentious, super close. Kind of what was going through your mind in those last few possessions, and does it kind of sting a little more to know that it was that close up until the end?
Oh, yeah, for sure. But, yeah, it was exciting. I like playing those types of games, like where it's close to the end and they're fun. But, I wanted to get that win, so that one stung a little.
Third row.
Coach, what's it going to be like for you over the next 10, 11 days waiting for Selection Monday?
Miserable. We're gonna have to exhale a little bit and regroup. We hit some speed bumps here at the end of the season, coming off 3 losses. Played real well at Kentucky, and then a tough loss on Senior Day, and then to come down here and take another loss. It doesn't leave you in a very good place. Doesn't leave any of them. I mean, they all want to win. They're competitors. We've all worked really hard. So we're gonna need to take a couple days to regroup and. Hopefully we'll be in a good situation on Selection Show Monday, but time will tell.
Here in the front.
Yeah, Coach, I think you're pretty safely in, based on what your track record is this year. What do you do over the next 2 weeks? Because you mentioned these last 2 games have been frustrating in terms of getting the ball inside and turnovers. What do you do in this preparation time to get ready?
Well, we do spend a lot of time breaking down the kind of turnovers we have, and it is frustrating. I thought we did a good job handling their full court pressure, and that's not where our turnovers came from. It's just having poise. It's not putting your head in the ground and driving it to the rim. It's a little bit of a lot of different things, and I think that's been the toughest thing to wrap your arms around. It would be a lot easier if we just, there are a lot of travel calls or a lot of offensive charges, but they're a lot of different things. And, tonight we had some kids that are uncharacteristics with their turnovers. They've been pretty dang solid for us. But we'll give them a couple days. I mean, we all need a couple days to exhale. And then we'll get our scout team back after it, and we'll go back to work.
Go here and then here.
Sophie, can you talk a little bit about what you've learned in terms of? Today's a frustrating game with only getting 5 shots, but you're 2 games away from a fantastic game at Kentucky. So you've sort of seen both sides of it. What have you learned, and that you can then take into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah. I just need to stay poised. If I have a turnover, I have to get rid of it right away and not linger on. Props to Morgan on a great night tonight. I think our Lindsay stepped up tonight. I think our upperclassmen really stepped up tonight, and this one stings. I'll put this one on me. But what I've learned, that I just have to move on, and we will from that. So.
Sophie, they were guarding you guys, you especially, pretty hard, but you're still managing, especially in the first half, to dish it out for you guys to get outside shots. What changed in that second half?
I don't know. I just think that it's poise. I think we need to get the ball inside more. Tu was doing great, knocking down some shots, and we needed her to do that, so keep shooting. But for me, I just need to get the ball more inside, look at our post more, so they can go down there and get and ones.
Are there any other questions? Here in the front.
Yeah, Morgan, I know as coach said it's going to be a little nerve-wracking, but again, I think your record is very solid to get an NCAA bid. It'll be the first in 10 years for Missouri as a senior. What does that mean to you if you guys are going to be going into the NCAA tournament to be able to get the program back to that?
Yeah, it would be a big deal for me. But again, we're not going to say that we're for sure in, so it's just kind of like yeah, it would be cool, but it's just not a for sure thing yet, so I'm not going to get my hopes up or anything, but prepare like what's going to happen, prepare like it's not, but just it'd be cool.
Again, here in the front.
Coach, do you think there was any silver lining to this game at all? I mean, you guys had 14 assists on 15 made baskets. Do you see that as kind of any silver lining, or does it not really matter in the scope of things?
It's just a tough game, no matter which way you spin it. Like I said, you have 20 turnovers. That's 20 empty possessions. That just that's frustrating. But there is a silver lining in the season. It's been a really good year for us, and it's been another year of great growth. We're not where we used to be, but we're again making strides, and not where we want to be yet. When you look at starting 2 freshmen all season long, some of the accolades that some of the girls received this year, playing in a tough league, I think there's a lot of opportunities for growth. And our seniors have done a phenomenal job for us. They've done some great things in their 4 years. But I think our returning players are really been forced to grow up in a lot of ways this year, which is good. That's exciting. That's how it's supposed to be. So definitely a silver lining in the season when we get a chance to exhale and really look at the resume. But, this is a hard one. There's no doubt about it. It's going to take a little time to shake this one off.
We'll finish here in the front.
Coach, one thing that Terry was saying was they trap a lot, and at times they were trapping. Sophie had the ball in her hands a lot. Sometimes it didn't allow her maybe to get into a flow of the offense the way you might want her to. Can you kind of put in perspective what teams have done to slow her down and how you can maybe address that?
Well, I think against a team that's trapping as much as they are, it's really hard to get into a smooth flow offensively. You got to get to your spots, passes quicker than a dribble. We really talked a lot in all of our huddles about getting the ball inside. But it's not, you can't run a continuity offense against a team that's just randomly trapped in the way that they do. You got to make plays. But I think, you look at our offense, and Sophie's got a lot of shots throughout the course of the season. I think her and Jordan have had the most on our team. She had a lot of opportunities. Our offense is the same offense that we ran when Sophie had 42 points. But teams are guarding her hard. I think Sophie's, she's so competitive and she's passionate about the game. I know she's already looking forward to the offseason of really working on ways to create her shot, just off some ball screening action and just be more well-rounded in her offensive skill set. She shoots a 3-ball well, she gets to the rim, but how do I get open when teams are really trying to face guard me? What do I do coming off ball screens? And so she's already started to really study the game, and I know she really wants to work on that in the off season. So I think you'll see a lot of growth in that area from her. It's hard being a freshman, and in this league, you're going to get everybody's best defensive effort night in and night out. But when you look at what Sophie's done throughout the course of the season, obviously, a lot to be proud of. Absolutely a lot to be proud of. She's a competitor. She wants more, but a lot of positives that we're going to continue to build off of.
All right, Coach, ladies, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
At the line for Kentucky, number 13, Emma Moore, shooting 2. Taking in for LSU, number 3,